Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Kimberly Reese. I'm a mother, a publicist, and a friend. Won't you join me every Monday for Motivation Mondays as we navigate this crazy life we all live in? See you then. Good morning. Happy Monday. Let me close my back window. Happy Motivation Monday. Hello, everybody. How are you? Happy Monday. Happy Motivation Monday. It's your girl, Kimberly Reese, and I've missed you guys. It has been almost a month since I have done a Motivation Monday video, right? So I have a lot to share with you, a lot to talk about. But before we get into it, you know what we do. You know what we do. Bam! It's Duncan. So today I have a strawberry dragon fruit refresher. Now, of course, I've already drank it because it's hot, y'all. It's hot, and you know I'm in my car. But you know I still have to do my hot mocha decaf latte. You know I have to do it. So the great thing about this is I've sipped on this a little bit, but I will take this and heat it up later. So I don't have a earring today from anyone in particular. This is the same one I wore the other day, so I've already talked about the person who I bought this from. But so you guys have any earrings, whatever. I'm not doing head wraps right now. I'll do head wraps again probably in maybe August, September, because again, my head is hot. I may do a head wrap here and there, but consistently I'll start doing head wraps again probably like in September, right? Okay, so welcome to my channel, welcome to my page, welcome to Motivation Monday with Kimberly Reese. Okay guys, it has been a minute, almost a month since I have been with you, and I've been able to share with you guys and talk with you. I've had a lot going on, and one thing that I wanted to do and make sure, and one of the reasons that I do these videos, I have followers and people who follow me on this Facebook page. If you don't, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Facebook, and follow me on Instagram, please. But I have people who follow me, and they look forward to these videos. I didn't realize I had so many people looking forward to these videos, but I'm back, and there's a lot that I want to talk about. First and foremost, let me just send out a shout of love to everyone who came behind me and held my arms up when my son ran off, right? Long story short, my son has had elopement issues for many years. He's been eloping since he was maybe 10 years old. And this has been going on for years. It's nothing new, but this time was different because he had been gone for almost 9 hours. Normally when he leaves, staff knows where he is. He has 24-hour care. Unfortunately, this particular staff person just was not a great fit, wasn't paying attention to him. It kept running from him from time to time. You know, what happens is that there's a plan in place to when he runs, we do have people who, you know, we have a system to where we can find him quickly, right? And then Kellen usually calls me, say, Mom, I'm unhappy, or I'm like, well, where are you? I'm at the mall, or I'm here, I'm there, whatever. So, you know, and he'll call the police on his own. So normally that's what happens normally. This particular situation, he's very sneaky and very cunning, okay? He's very smart. He left his phone, he left his wallet, so he has his alias he uses, and so that's how he was able to get away, because we did an APB, they didn't have the alias Tyrone Hill. They had Kellen, you know, his name. So unfortunately, he was able to get all the way to deep into Kentucky, right? And had gone through several police districts, right? And unfortunately, you know, he got away from us. but he is safe and sound. And I just want to send a shout out to my son, Caleb Lipsy, my other son, I call my other son, Caleb Lipsy, to Dean Hamilton, to Ricky, to my daughter, who all went out to look for him. Branford Jr. looked out for him. And unfortunately, he was already in Kentucky by that time, and I told them that. But I know my son, and I kind of knew what was going on. So thank you guys for coming in and tuning in. And yes, thank you so much for those of you who helped with that situation and helped to get him found. And for those of you who shared my post on Facebook, listen, Facebook works sometimes. Because someone saw my Facebook post that somebody else who I didn't even know had shared, and their friend saw it, and he was in Kentucky at a hospital. The police took him to a hospital. They said, oh, that's that woman. His mama shared a post on Facebook that he was gone. His real name is Kelly. His name isn't Tyrone. So that's how we were able to find him. That's how the resolve came. So thank you guys again for doing that. So, we have plans in place. People have asked me, why don't you use a tracker? We've done that. He knows how to take them off. We put him on his phone. Yeah, he left his phone at home. So he's very smart. Like, he knows what he's doing. He feels like he needs to be able to do things on his own, but he can't, and that's one thing about having an autistic child. He's an adult, so he wants to feel independent, but he can't do things that other people can do. So again, thank you all for that. And today's motivation is going to be very personal. Very, very personal. And I actually wish that my husband could be on this video with me. And I shared with some of you that I was going to, my life is, I'm very transparent about what I do. And there's some things I don't share, like, intimate things like between me and my husband and my children. That's different. But in this situation, this is something that happens. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And I want to bring light to it. And my motivation today, for Motivation Monday, is to help you to heal. Okay? Healing is a process. Grieving is a process. Some of you are still grieving loved ones that have gone, and they've been gone for years. My mother died 7 years ago, and I still am grieving her death. There is no limit or a cap on when you're supposed to stop grieving. Nobody can tell you when to stop grieving. That is your choice, and that is up to you and the individual, right? So I'm going to go ahead and be a little transparent here just for a minute. So many of you know I got married, right? And had this whirlwind wedding, and to the love of my life. And it was awesome. And unfortunately, we are in two different continents. I think I've shared with some of you all that I have a nonprofit that I'm working with there in Ghana. I have my own here, and we support the nonprofits there in Ghana. And my husband and I have just formed our newly foundation, which is called the Mensah, the Reese Mensah Foundation, which under that we have three things, and I won't go into that right now. That'll be on my missions page, and you guys can follow me there on Kim's missions page. If you want to follow my journey with Ghana and what we're doing missions wise, please go to that page, and I'll send a link here so you can come in and to join that. So I had this whirlwind wedding, and I came back early June. Now we're in July, so I just got home not too long ago. So of course I'm missing my husband terribly. It's been kind of hard to not have him here with me during the difficult times that I go through, because he's my support. He's my best friend. But I have an awesome daughter. I have awesome daughters. But Christina is like awesome. And Kendra is in Arizona, but she's awesome. And of course, I have my husband, and I have a great brother as well. So I have a support system in place, if you will. I have really great friends. I've got sister friends who live here in Blue Ash with me, who will come and say, hey, what do you need? Bring me soup if I need it. Thank you, Sister Edith, for bringing me that. So long story short, just to get to the healing process, my husband and I recently had a loss. And mind you, now, again, we're going to talk about stigma. We're going to talk about shame in this video. We're going to talk about how you move on, right? So I came back with a little gift when I came back from Ghana. I came home with a honeymoon baby. And yay, so surprise. And again, I was not going to share this at first because part of me felt some sort of shame. Like, oh God, I'm pregnant. I'm having a baby at my age. What's going on here? I have the best doctors. And I won't share their group because, I don't want to share the group name because I just want to be, my privacy is important in that regard. But I have the best group of doctors, comprehensive doctors, OBGYN doctors. Like, they're awesome. And one thing that my doctor told me, he said, sweetheart, I don't care how old you are. He said, you still are very viable and you can still have children. Your body is set up that way. He said, it doesn't matter how old you are. Women's bodies are made to have children. Your body produces eggs and your body produces things so that you can have children, right? So, okay. And it made me feel better. He has 9 children. My doctor who I see, she has 5 children, and another doctor in the practice has like 7 children, I think. There's like a whole bunch of them, right? So those of you who know how old I am, right? And so first of all, this was what I consider a bit of a miracle, because although I still am very valuable, meaning that I do everything a woman does every month, but at my age, I didn't think I could conceive. But I had this wonderful whirlwind honeymoon with my husband. We had an awesome time being together, and me being there as his wife, and I was there for a couple months and then came home. And again, this is transparent. I'm being transparent because someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to know. Now, mind you, again, I didn't realize this happened. I came back from Ghana and was feeling really crazy, feeling tired, and I never get jet lag. I'm gonna tell you why I don't get jet lag when I come back from Ghana, because Ghana is a 10-hour flight, right? It's a 10-hour flight, depending on how fast the pilot drives. It's between a 9.5-hour, 10-hour flight. I sleep because I do the overnight. I sleep. I'm one of those people, there's a little saying, people who sleep on a plane don't care about nothing. Well, I guess I don't care about nothing because I sleep very, very well on a plane. So again, I was sleeping, and I'm gonna cut my car for a second here. And I'm gonna open the window, although it's hot. I'm gonna open the window. So I was, I came home. I did not have any jet lag that I thought, but I thought I was having, I said, well, I guess I'm having jet lag. And come to find out, and long story short, my doctor, she said, hey, go ahead and go to the lab, get your lab test done, and then you'll see me on Thursday. So that Wednesday, I went to the doctor. This is the first week of June. I went to the doctor that Wednesday. To the lab that Wednesday, and that Thursday I saw her. And I got there, and she was grinning and smiling at me and all that. And I was like, oh, hi, hey, how was God? I said, it was wonderful. She knows I've been before, how was it this time? Blah, blah, blah. We're talking, and had my daughter with me. And so she said, hey, why don't you send your daughter to go get you something to drink, because you're dehydrated. That's one of the things I want to tell you. You're very dehydrated. And so she said, hey, go get, go up to such and such and go get. And so she goes, this is my PCP. This is not my OBGYN. And she's smiling, and she's like, oh, you're pregnant. I said, huh? What? Are you kidding me? I was flabbergasted. I was surprised. I was shocked. But then I started crying. I said, oh my gosh, my daughter's going to come here in a second. Let me get it together. Because I didn't want her to know yet. I knew what the situation was. And when I say I knew what the situation was, I knew that with my age, there's always some, things you have to worry about at a certain age. However, my doctor said, you're very healthy. I had lost 17 pounds, which is probably why I got pregnant. She said, you look great. You're healthy. She says, you're fine. She said, we'll just, you need to, she said, you've got a good doctor. I said, yes, I have a great OBGYN. And she said, okay, great. So I went and went to the doctor. And so they all kind of rallied around me, and they were excited for me. They wanted to do some other stuff and say, hey, can we bring in some students? Because, we would like to watch you. I said, no, this is very private for me. I've done it before with my last pregnancy, with my daughter. I allowed students to come in, because I had some complications. But this time I didn't want that. I needed to just deal with it and to absorb it and to figure out, okay, now, wow, this is awesome, but then it's crazy at the same time. So I had to deal with that, right? So the challenge here, and again, being very transparent, this is for someone who needs to hear this. You may replay this video later. You may see this on my YouTube channel. You may see this on another on my motivation Kimberly Reese page. You may see that. What needs to happen with situations here is that women need to not feel guilty. Women need not to feel like they are they've done something wrong, or the shame that comes with that situation, right? I know that there are TV shows where women have lots of children and they're over 40. I'm over 40, right? But there is no shame in that. Okay. So after I got over the initial shock, I had to share it with my husband. I shared it with him immediately. I didn't wait. You know how some people do like this little reveal and they like send a letter, or they try to do. I got in the car immediately and called him and told him I was not going to wait. There was no time to wait. However, why you haven't seen me in a month is because I had to be on bed rest. There was a lot. They just wanted me to stay on bed rest because they weren't sure what would happen and how it happened. And I can say this now, and unfortunately, we lost our baby. It was a challenge. It was an emotional challenge. It was hard because I was alone when it happened. My husband is in Ghana. My daughter was at work. I had to deal with it by myself. And of course I called him, but it was very hard. So you say, Kim, why are you telling us all of this? Why are you sharing this with us? Because I know there are women on my friends list. There are women who follow me. I know there are women who have gone through this and are still suffering. I want to speak to you when I say this, and I'm looking you dead in the eye. It's okay. I'm okay. I am not completely 100% okay, but look, I have a smile on my face. It's okay. You're going to get through this. Do not feel ashamed. If you're over 40 and you are pregnant and you're having a child, or you are thinking of having a child, and you want to give your husband a child, maybe you're married to a younger person like I am, a younger man, and whatever case, we didn't even know, we weren't even looking for that. That was not on our radar. I have children and he was fine with my children, and we were just a family that way. But when this happened, it was a blessing. And so I was really, really, really happy. However, thank you, Sarah Ann. Thank you so much. Let me scroll here because you guys are talking to me and I'm just going on and on. Kathy, thank you so much, sis. Thank you very much. So as you all know, again, I don't have secrets. Some people knew about it, those who were very close to me. And I need to shout out a few people, and I'm going to tag them in this video. First and foremost, my awesome daughter, Christina. It's hard. It's still hard in that it's hard because I've been in the house. I've secluded myself because I needed to be alone. I need to kind of be in my, of course, my husband and I, we talk every day, several times a day. But I needed to be alone just to deal with the healing process. From trying to hold on to the baby to losing the baby was a very emotional process. I just need to say a shout out to my sisters, my Ghanaian sisters. Angela Fraser, I love you. Empress Shah, I love you. And I'm going to say she's my Ghanaian sister, but also my Cincinnati sister, Shell. Nanaya, I love you. I need to shout out my sister, Anita Flag. I love you. I love you. I love you. Karen Eberall, I love you. Edith Hess, I love you. Shakita, my other Ghanaian sister who's in the States but has a Ghanaian husband, I love you. Phaedra and Angela, the Ghanaian girls, a three-way. Ghanaian the hard way. I think that's a three the Ghana way. I love you. Thank you. And if I've left someone out, I haven't, again, I didn't tell many people. Sister Nita, my other Ghanaian sister, I love you. Thank you. I feel like I've missed people. My group of people, Willie, Rhonda, Robert Hatcher, Nateria, Nana, Dion and Brian and Dre, and I feel like I'm missing some. I love you guys. So I have a group of people who have been around me, who have hi Diane, thank you, sweetheart, thank you so much. So my point is, I'm trying to read the comments as well. My point is, when you hide things, that means you're ashamed. Let me tell you something. That baby had a soul. This is not my first loss for a child. That's all. I have a whole nother story that happened 7 years ago that's, was very traumatic. But this one was different. And I say it was different because the man that I love, that baby was conceived in love. All my children were conceived in love, but this baby, it was so special. It was so special. And it was so hard. So along with that, again, my motivation, the whole purpose of this video today, my motivation is to continue to heal. My motivation is not to put shame on myself for being my age and having a child or getting pregnant, at my age. Stop dealing with that. If you are a woman and you have had that happen to you, I love you, but shame on the person who's made you feel that you are worth less than who you are. Women, our bodies are made to have children. Now, let's talk about the demographics for a minute, right? Hi, Sai. Let's talk about the demographics. My mother-in-law was 60 years old when she had her last child. Her last child is 10 years old. My sister-in-law, little Esther, is 10, right? My husband, all the way down. So she kind of did what I did in a way, but she was 60. She is 70 years old now. She was 60 and she always wanted a girl and she got her girl. In Africa, it's common. Women have children at later ages. It's very common. It's America that we deal with that. Other countries, Honduras, in South America, you see that happening. You see it in Africa, the continent of Africa, the different African countries. It's very common. Okay. Yes, Sarah Ann says women are shamed for almost everything. Absolutely, it is so true. It is so true. So I take ownership of who I am. My husband named our baby because our baby had a soul. Our baby was think about it. Now, when our baby went on to be with the Lord, my baby, I was almost 7 weeks. So if you do your research on what happens at that time, the baby is developing. The baby is developing its structure. It's developing its organs at that time. You could even see a heartbeat at that time. At 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks, right? So the baby, and so my husband named the baby Abofa, and I could be saying that wrong. I'll put the correct spelling in there, which means child infanti. So some of you probably caught it. I had posted recently, just giving my husband some praise about how he was there for me and how he helped me get through this situation. And I put the name of the baby in there. So the baby had a soul. Our baby had purpose. And purpose was for me to go through that and to let people know that things are very possible. If you, it's never too late. Like, if your body is still able to produce eggs, if you still have eggs left, if you're of a certain age, and hey, and you get, I mean, it is what it is, right? So I want to leave with you today as I close with you all. Women, this is for my women, right? If you are of an older age, and if you can still have children, and if you've had children, and if you're pregnant now, and and you've been shamed about it, I love you. And stop being ashamed. And stop being shamed. If someone shames you about who you are, you let them know that it's your business, that you're a grown woman, and you can do whatever you want to do. And if God allowed you to have that soul inside of you, whose job is to tell you that you can't carry a soul at that age, or at whatever age you are, right? So I just want to leave that with you. If you are a woman, if you are someone around a woman you've seen women, older women carrying babies, don't you dare shame them. How dare you? Mind your own business. Take care of your own household. Take care of you, and figure out, why is it in you that wants to make you point a finger at that person? What's going on with you that you have to point a finger to another person and judge someone else? Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll be blessed if you don't. I promise you. So, continue to heal. If you have to go to counseling, get counseling. I'm in grief counseling because it hurts. This is not my first rodeo with this. It brings up old stuff. So you have to continue to move on. And you have to get help. Okay? So I will say this. Sarah Ann said she believed that she is done having children, but she's grateful that, yes, absolutely, we have a choice. Isn't that what America's all about? Is that what we're supposed to be about? If other countries embrace older women who have children, they embrace children. Children are a gift. In other countries, when women have children, the more children they have, they are blessed. They're called blessed, and it's a blessing. But here in America, we're so judgmental. We're judgmental about everything. About everything, right? So, again, with that being said, if you have gone through something, and I'm preaching to the choir, take time to heal. Don't rush the process. You're going to be okay. It's going to be all right. So, if you know someone who's gone through a loss, if you know someone who's been through a loss, I have to mention my sister Angela Fox. Can't forget her. Angela, I love you too. I love you. If you have gone through a loss, if you know someone that's been through a loss, if you know someone who needs to hear this video, please share this video. Please share them and tell them that I have a testimony to share with them. Not only do I have a testimony of loss, but I have a testimony of being a mother of 5 special needs children, and I have a challenge every day with their autism and things like that, that you can make it. You can do it. Hang in there. Hold on to your promises. Hold on to your dreams, and hold on to your faith. Okay? Okay, guys, with that being said, I love you. Have an awesome rest of your day. Have an awesome week, and I will see you guys next time. I love you. Bye.